Planet Dolan. From what to do if you stab someone to a parental warning about masturbation, the Planet Dolan crew reenact some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the weirdest piece of advice you ever received. I'm Danger Dolan's mysterious brother, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by thealicegamer. The most memorable piece of advice Hellbent has ever gotten was when he was 17. He was on the phone talking to his friend when his friend suddenly said,
"If you ever play with a Ouija board, make sure you ask the spirit to have sex with you."
Hellbent doesn't know what his friend was smoking because this advice came out of nowhere. Still, he's kept the advice in mind, just in case he's ever feeling lonely or comes across a Ouija board. Number 9 was submitted by XX Haley the Bug XX. This one time Doopy had a crush who she was head over heels for. She wanted to tell him how she felt, so she decided to ask her friend for some advice. Doopy's friend told her,
"If you want him to like you back, what you need to do is look straight into his eyes and make the weirdest face possible."
Doopy was skeptical, but she decided to try it because her friend knew a lot more about boys. She probably should have listened to her instincts though, because it didn't work. Oh well, Doopy, they say a bit of public embarrassment is good for you. Builds character. Number 8 was submitted by flurofire. One day, Emoji was in a home economics class making spaghetti and meatballs. He was working alongside a friend who was sensually rolling his mince into balls. The friend then gave Emoji this amazing piece of advice.
"When you cook, make your actions as sexual as possible. It makes the food taste better."
If I was to guess, I'd say if anything it would make it taste worse. Number 7 was submitted by East Prussia. When Pringle was in school, he had a very strange health teacher who was always giving him the weirdest advice. One day at lunch, the teacher approached Pringle and his friends. He told them that if they were ever having trouble peeing in the toilet, they should put a small piece of Cheerio cereal in the bowl to aim at. Pringle thanked him for the advice, then mentally added him to a potential sex offender list. Number 6 was submitted by Ghosty Foxy. Honeybit's dad is a little on the strange side. He's obsessed with the possibility of the world ending and likes to always be prepared. One day he went on a really intense rant about the inevitable doomsday. He looked at Honeybits and said, "If there's ever an apocalypse, no matter what, always climb the mountain." The mountain he was referring to was a huge pile of compost in the back of their house. He deliberately let this pile grow really high so that you could climb up onto the roof. He'll show you all.
Number 5 was submitted by Omega Foxy 22. Hey, another fox.
Ghost Toast could have used this piece of advice when he was alive Toast. One day this crazy guy told him that if you get stabbed, you should keep the knife in. But if you stab someone else, then make sure you take the knife out. It's definitely good advice for anyone thinking of getting into the serial killer business. Number 4 was submitted by zumidotexe. The weirdest advice Pandora got was when she was working in retail. As she was processing a sale, the customer said she was a nursing student and asked about the psoriasis on Pandora's fingers. She suggested Pandora grab a razor and just go to town on all that flaky skin on her hands, legs and face. She said Pandora would probably bleed a bit, but hey, no biggie, that's what bandages are for. Pandora was smart enough to know that this is not how you deal with psoriasis. Her policy is to always get medical advice from qualified professionals rather than insane strangers. Number 3 was submitted by sovereignofsabers. This one time Carl's dad gave him some very detailed advice about how to succeed at life. He said, "Listen up, kid. Ignorant people have the most fun. No one will like you if you're too smart. You don't have to be a scientist. Just work around here at Walmart or something. Then you'll be accepted. Besides, scientists never get married. They're just selfish people with no lives. Nobody cares about electrons and gravity, son. What really matters is that you settle down and have as many kids as possible. Stay ignorant. Don't think too hard. Look sexy. And teach your kids what I taught you." I think a scientist might have kicked his puppy when he was younger. Number 2 was submitted by Mr-dusk. Whenever Nixium's dad drank alcohol, he always gave the weirdest advice. One night he sat Nixium and his brother down and gave a grand speech about why they shouldn't masturbate. He said every sperm has a soul and that jerking off kills them. Nixium didn't want to be a murderer, so he asked his mum what he should do. Her advice was, never listen to anything your dad says. Number 1 was submitted by me. If you play guitar, there's a few pieces of advice you always hear. Stop playing if you're getting blisters, keep your back straight, don't hold the pick too tightly. But I'll always remember the day my teacher said, stop playing if you're starting to bleed. I mean, obviously. Who the hell is still playing the guitar while their fingers are bleeding and going, oh, maybe just 7 or 8 more hours of practice then? Who needs that advice? A huge thanks to the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the weirdest prank call you've ever made? Let us know in the Reddit page link below and you might be featured in a future countdown. Well, that's it for this countdown, but catch you guys next time.
Walked up to a stranger and gave them a boop on the head. Thinking it was way too easy, Dolan looked around and booped the nearest stranger he could find. But the stranger started freaking out, screaming about Satan and how Dolan was possessed. He started throwing his